Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Kentucky long-term care facilities will be able to have visitors again starting today, but those visits will look a little different. And Kentucky Blood Center officials announced the United States blood reserves are currently at a critical low, but one church is doing their part to replenish the supply. Plus, we hear from the owners of one Breathitt County restaurant who say they may have to make some hard decisions as the pandemic continues.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Lacey Roberts, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. Today is Monday, June 29th, and after that weekend that we had, it was those cooler temperatures, but we are in a severe weather alert day, so let's go ahead and go to Brandon Robinson. Brandon, what kind of weather can we expect for today?
We're tracking heavier bands of rain, Lacey, this morning as we head out the door. We're seeing some of those riding right along the I-75 corridor and just west back over from basically Louisville to the Tennessee border there. And because of that, we have some heavier pockets of rain. Let's zoom in and take you down toward those areas, down into parts of the Cumberland Valley, I-75 corridor, and Lake Cumberland. And because of that, about 20 minutes ago, a new flash flood warning just issued for parts of Pulaski, Wayne, McCreary, Whitley, Knox, and Laurel counties there this morning. You see anybody inside that red box there under the gun there, that goes until 7:45 this morning. So we're going to continue to watch reports. That was the first flash flood warning we'd had all night long. Had a few flood advisories. This flash flood watch continues for about half of the area, maybe even close to 3/4 of the area, until about 4 o'clock this afternoon. So again, stay on alert. Make sure that you be safe out there, and of course, never drive through flooded roadways. Some visibility issues with the rain and the fog that's been left behind from last night's rain and raining yesterday afternoon there. We're seeing that up toward Ashland, Moorhead, Logan, and Jackson on the sensors. But again, just be careful area-wide this morning. Wet roads and fog could be some issues. Temperatures in the upper 60s, close to 70 across the board, so a very mild and muggy morning across the day. We're going to continue to see those chances for scattered showers and storms. Now, scattered is the key word there. Some spots will have heavy rain, and then, of course, most of eastern Kentucky is dry right now, but we'll get up into the low 80s today, especially if we keep the cloud cover in place. The rest of the forecast is on the way in just a few minutes. Lacey.
Thank you, Brendan. And Governor Andy Beshear sent a news release yesterday giving us an update on COVID-19 numbers in Kentucky. The governor announced 67 new cases, but remember, there could be a delay in some health departments reporting case numbers through the weekend. Kentucky now has at least 15,232 COVID-19 cases. Governor Beshear also announced 4 new deaths, bringing the state's death toll to at least 558. He did not give an update on how many people in Kentucky have recovered from the virus, but as of Saturday, we now know that 3,730 people have recovered. And Kentucky's Blood Center officials announced that the United States blood reserves are currently at a critical low. The pandemic closed numerous blood donation centers and canceled donation opportunities. However, St. Luke Church in Lexington wanted to take advantage of their space to help with the blood drive cause.
It's wonderful to be able to really model caring for other people, and that's how we view it. We really view that everybody's health is important, every life is sacred, every person is a precious child of God, and their life is of sacred worth. And so to be able to model that in a practical way through following the guidelines and taking those seriously, that we show respect for everybody's life.
Now, on average, studies show that someone in the U.S. needs blood every 2 seconds, and officials with the American Red Cross say that one blood donation could potentially save up to 3 different lives. And starting today, Kentucky long-term care facilities will now be able to have visitors again. On Friday, the state released guidelines for reopening the doors of these care facilities and homes. Visitors are required to wear masks, have their temperatures checked, practice social distancing, and wash their hands before and after seeing their loved ones. It's assisted living, personal care, and family care homes that can have those visitors. Skilled nursing homes, and intermediate care facilities cannot have visitors until July 15th. And the next step in the reopening process also means a lot of changes for bars and restaurants. Bluegrass Tavern in Lexington is ready to open its doors to the public after Governor Beshear announced that bars will reopen today. Although owners are more than ready to open their doors to customers, the new stress is figuring out how to do that and do it safely.
We're going to kind of go on a higher level of caution. We know we're allowed to have people on the inside at a reduced capacity, maintaining a 6-foot distance, but at least for the few weeks as we kind of learn the new processes, becoming comfortable with wiping everything down, wearing masks, taking everyone's temperature, what we're going to do is only allow people on the outside to hang out on the patio where it's been deemed to be a little bit safer.
Abbott and other business owners ask customers for their patience during these reopening times. And as restaurants have started to open back up, many places still feel the effects from the coronavirus pandemic. Thatcher's North Fork Grill in Breathitt County is one of them. The reduction of hours and a smaller menu are just two of the changes to try and keep the business open. Sean Thatcher, co-owner, says he and his wife will continue to try and get by, but do not know how much longer they can stay afloat under the current circumstances.
We're going to give it another few months, maybe after 4th of July weekend, if things don't pick back up progressively after we start letting people come back in. We're going to have to make a decision to whether or not we're going to be able to keep this place open or not.
Thatcher says the plans to open indoor seating for people this week, hopefully as early as tomorrow. Well, thank you for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way.
We continue to track the possibility for some severe weather today in the form of flooding. We'll talk all about it in about 3 minutes.